Night duty is usually boring. I was originally a hotel receptionist, but what I do now, it feels strange to even call it a job. Technically, I am a caretaker of an old, almost forgotten bungalow. It lies at the edge of the city, half jungle, half abandoned colony. The address is simple, house number 27, but no one wants to live here. I was only told one thing. If someone comes at night, just write their entry in the register. That's it. No CCTV, no proper electricity, just a dim bulb, a wooden desk, and an old diary where names have to be written. The first night was normal. The second too. The third night, that's where the problem started. The clock showed 2:14 a.m. Exactly 2:14. There was a soft knock at the gate. 1, 2, then it stopped. I thought it was the wind. The wind here makes strange sounds. But then the knock came again. This time, clearer. I got up and went to the gate. The gate is half broken. The lock is just for show. As soon as I opened it, that man was standing there. Thin, tall, standing strangely straight. His clothes were normal, dark shirt, gray pants. But his face, I don't remember it exactly. I didn't then, I still don't. Like it's right in front of my eyes and yet blurred. "I need to stay," he said directly. The voice was flat. No request, no tone, just a statement. I opened the diary. "Name?" I asked. He paused a little, then said, 214. I asked again, "Name?" He repeated, "Room 214. The problem was, there is no room 214 in this house. Total rooms, 9. And the numbering is normal, 1 to 9. I got confused. Maybe he was joking. "There is no 214 here," I said. He kept looking straight at me, then slowly said, "Give me the key." At that moment, for the first time, I felt something strange. Like I didn't want to argue. Like my mind was telling me, "Give it. Just give it." There was an old key lying in the drawer. There was no number on it, just rust. Without thinking, I gave him that key. He came inside, but after coming in, he didn't go towards any room. He sat directly on a broken sofa in the corner of the lobby, and the TV placed in front, which had been broken for a long time. He started watching it. The TV was off. There was no power. Still, he kept watching it for hours. I sat at the desk, sometimes looking at the diary, sometimes at him. 2:30, 3:10, 3:47. He didn't even move. Just sometimes his head tilted a little, like he was watching something on the screen. Gathering courage, I asked, "Won't you take a room?" No response. Around 4 o'clock, he finally stood up. Slowly, and without saying anything, walked towards the corridor. The corridor was dark. Half the lighting system is dead, only one flickering bulb at the end. I normally don't follow any guest, but that night, I couldn't stop myself. I quietly followed him. He was stopping in front of every room, right near the door, and peeking inside. The rooms are technically empty. No guests come. Still, he stopped at every door, like he was looking at someone. He stopped longer at room 3. I quietly said, "There is no one there." He slowly turned his head toward me. For the first time, his eyes were clearly visible. Completely black, no white, no reflection, just darkness. "You cannot see," he said softly. My throat went dry. I couldn't say anything. He moved ahead again. Room 5, room 6, room 7, same thing everywhere. Stopping, listening, watching. Then he stopped at the end of the corridor, where the wall ends, and there is nothing beyond it. There is no room there, just a blank wall. But he stood there too, and, as if there was a door, he raised his hand and knocked. 3 soft knocks. From inside came a reply. I heard it clearly. Knock, knock, knock. Same rhythm from inside the wall. My body froze. I wanted to run, but my legs wouldn't move. That man slowly said, "Open." From inside the wall, something scraped, like someone dragging their hand across a surface. And then a faint line appeared on the wall, like a crack, like a door forming. That's when I decided, enough. I ran back to the lobby. After 5 minutes, he came back, as if nothing had happened, sat on the sofa again, and then started watching the TV again. Until morning, he was there. As soon as it was 6 o'clock and the light got slightly brighter, he stood up, placed the key on the desk, and without saying anything, walked out. I immediately checked the diary. His name wasn't written. The entry was blank. But one thing was written on the page, which I did not write. 214, occupied. That day I checked the entire house, every room, every corner. At the end of the corridor, the wall was normal. No crack, no door. But I found one thing on the floor. That key. The one I had given him. Now it had a number written on it. 214. After that night, I left the job. Simple. But the story doesn't end here. 2 weeks later, I got a call from the owner of that place. He asked, "Did you give entry to anyone last week?" I said, "One man came." He went silent, then said, "Description?" I told him. He immediately cut the call. The next day, I went back. The gate was locked, the whole house sealed. There was police outside. I asked an officer what happened. He said, "They were about to start renovation here. While breaking the wall, a hidden room was found inside." My mind went blank. "What was inside?" I asked. The officer didn't answer directly, just said, "It's an old structure, must have been used before." I understood something serious was there. I insisted. Finally, he said, "Inside there was a chair, and in front, an old TV." My throat went dry. "Working?" I asked. "There was no power there," he said. Then, after a pause, he added, "Do you know what the strange part was? On the floor in front of the TV, there were marks, like someone had been sitting there for a very long time." I slowly asked, "Recent?" He said, "No, quite old." Then he looked straight at me. But there were fresh footprints too. I looked back at that house. The wall at the end of the corridor had now been broken, and inside there was a small room, exactly like what I had felt that night. And inside that room, there were scratch marks on the wall, like someone was trying to get out. After that day, one thing became clear. That man was not a guest. He was the one who lived inside. And maybe, that night, I was the one who gave him the key and let him out.